I'm shook. Hey guys, welcome to my channel for another video. Today we're gonna have a conspiracy video. And before we even start, give this video a big ol' subscribe and hit the like button. I really hope you enjoy. Let me know if you want to hear more conspiracy theory videos. Let's go. There are many hidden doors throughout the world, whether it be in a safety room throughout everyday houses to underneath Disneyland, where it is rumored Walt Disney's head lies underneath. What is really behind these hidden doors? And why is it being kept a secret? First, I'll start with a hidden door that's in Keystone, South Dakota, Mount Rushmore. Gutzon Borglum was a famous sculptor who sculpted Mount Rushmore, also the infamous bust of Abraham Lincoln, and helped in Stonewall in Georgia. When he began working on Mount Rushmore, he wanted a description to go with all the sculptures. The idea went back and forth until it finally got approved. Obviously, he couldn't put the description on the actual sculpture itself. So this hidden door is a 70-foot chamber behind Abraham Lincoln's hairline. Inside, there is said to be the U.S. Constitution, Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, a biography of Borglum, and short descriptions of all the presidents on the mountain. But I wonder what else is in there, because it seems like a lot for all these documents to just be in a wooden box. Because it's a 1,200-pound granite slab, 70 feet, and then a titanium door so no one could get inside. My theory is that maybe it is these documents, but maybe they're the true documents. Since all we have is copies, who's to say? The Bill of Rights could have said something else. Same with the Declaration of Independence. Or it could just be a room that, like, I don't know, aliens or people of power meet at like 3 a.m. Just like,
we can do this. Did you see Tiger King?
Or I don't know, whatever they would say. But let me know what you think the reason is. Do you think it's just to preserve these documents in case anything happens? Or what? For this next hidden door, you're gonna need to buckle up because it's a lot. And this hidden door is so wild because it hasn't even been discovered yet. In 1932, there was a known healer and psychic called Edward Cayce. He could diagnose physical ailments from great distances. He could find things easily, whether someone hid something or if it was in a book. Like, for example, I could be reading a book and then he would tell me that I'm on page 13, but he's across the room. Like, insane. And he was always right. Like, everything he said was accurate for as long as he's been doing it. Another amazing thing about him is that he could see prehistory and the future along with his own past lives. And oftentimes he would go in a trance. That's why he got his nickname, the Sleeping Prophet. Up until his death in 1945, he gave many predictions about the Sphinx and how it has a direct correlation with Atlantis. This is interesting because Plato, an ancient Greek philosopher, wrote that Atlantis and the pyramids of Egypt were around the same time, which would make Earth and civilization itself a lot farther back than many scientists believe. Cayce had a prophecy that under the right paw of the Sphinx, there was a chamber, our next hidden door, that led to a hall of records for Atlantis, the lost continent. And that would possibly make the Sphinx the last known remnants of Atlantis. In 1978, the Edward Cayce Foundation started digging underneath the Sphinx's right paw. At the last moment, Egyptian police ordered the crew to stop the process and to stop digging. But with the crew's technology, they were able to detect anomalies underneath the Sphinx's right paw that could be the hidden chamber that Cayce has been talking about. But Edgar Cayce prophesied before he passed away in the relatively near future that we would uncover the Hall of Records to Atlantis. Now, while I do believe advanced life helped in creating the Sphinx, I started thinking about Atlantis. And in doing my research, I read that scientists said that it would be nearly impossible for earthquakes or the tectonic plates moving or anything like that to sink an entire continent as Atlantis, as you've seen in many movies where it goes underneath the water. Everyone thinks Atlantis is underwater, but researchers also searched underwater to no avail. They couldn't find really anything. So this had me thinking, if Atlantis didn't sink, then where is it? Many believe Atlantis was what is now Antarctica. Antarctica was only covered in ice 12,000 years ago due to the crustal displacement theory and a cold reversal. Also, some theorists claim that there are pyramids in Antarctica, while scientist Eric Rignod stated that they were only mountains that look like pyramids. But let's for a second say that they are pyramids. Due to the theory of originality, or the notion that any thought that you have or will have has already happened or will happen in the future, making no thought original, my theory on this whole thing is, what if there was a Sphinx-like sculpture in Antarctica? But since Casey has only seen the Sphinx that's in Egypt, he just assumed it was under that right paw. My theory is, what if those are pyramids and there's also an equivalent of what our Sphinx is? And Edgar Casey, at the time only seeing the Sphinx in Egypt, thinks that that's the only one. So he said it was under that right paw. But what if it's under the Sphinx right paw in Antarctica, where the Atlantis Hall of Records was? And to support this, there are even ancient maps of Antarctica to be seen from a top view drawn down with pyramids in them. This is also strange because maps at that time, they had to be copied down. That's the only way that you can get the same map. But this map was completely like no other. Also, a NASA drone flew over Antarctica to gather data on changes in glaciers over time. Some believe that the images that came out of it serve as proof that an ancient civilization used to be there. I believe that Edgar Casey said that we'll discover Atlantis and its Hall of Records in the relatively near future due to global warming. It will melt Antarctica, revealing the lost continent, and it will show that Atlantis is Antarctica. I'm sweating. And even if I am wrong about the Sphinx-like sculpture in Antarctica, guess which country's closest to Antarctica? South Africa. And guess what's in South Africa? The Sphinx in Egypt. And that would be the easiest place for advanced life to leave their Hall of Records for someone to find and to not get affected by Antarctica's ice age. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know your theories about hidden doors or where you actually think Atlantis is. I mean, like, do you think that I'm right? Like, just a little bit? Like, just a little bit? Or do you think that I'm completely off? Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye.